Hey everybody, Jenny Tooley here. How you doing today? I hope you're good. Congratulations on getting to the Lunchtime Creative Bubble. If you got here, you've done half the work. Like, really, totally. Congratulations. It isn't easy sometimes just to sit in the chair or wherever you're sitting or standing and show up. So I want to congratulate you on doing that. In fact, if you don't get anything else done today creatively, just the fact that you got here today is amazing. And maybe, next week you'll take the next step and you'll be able to get something else done or play with something or whatever it is you want to do with your bubble, because that's what we're doing here in Creative Bubble. So Lunchtime Creative Bubble, it's a short period. It's basically 20 minutes all said and done. We start out with 5 minutes of me talking and us getting grounded, and you guys putting your goals into the comments. So if you do have a goal, please go ahead, pop it into the comments section. And I'm listening to myself talk to myself right now. There we go. Awesome. We always have some kind of fun technical little problem. Uh, so yeah, if you have a goal for what you want to do with your time today, go ahead and write that in the comments section, because we'd love to see what it is. And as I was saying, in about a few minutes, we're going to break off. You're going to work on your own stuff or play on your own stuff. And then we're going to come back at 12:10, 12:40. What time is it? It's 12:40 is when we're going to come back and wrap it up. So that's the structure of the Lunchtime Bubble. Now, what you do within that structure is really up to you. We have all kinds of fun stuff that people work on in my longer bubbles. On Tuesday nights, we do an hour-and-a-half one on Zoom. And people are doing stuff like tutorials on GarageBand, practicing guitar, decluttering their space, working on some interior design stuff, making grape juice. Making grape juice! How super fun is that? So it's really up to you. I use this time sometimes, usually to troubleshoot a technical problem I'm having, which is creative. Problem solving is creative. Or to doodle, or just get some little thing done. So whatever your goal is today, I encourage you to make it something that is achievable within a 20-minute period. So if you're the kind of person that's working on a big project, break that down into smaller pieces and find something that you can get achieved in 20 minutes today, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get grounded, you guys. If you're sitting in a chair, put your feet flat on the floor. And if you're lying down or standing up, wherever you're at, just feel your connection to the ground. And just take a nice deep breath. Exhale out the mouth. And we're just going to start to take all that energy that's all up in here and bring it down. Let it start to settle. And we're going to do a box breath today. If you're familiar with the box breath, then go ahead and start. If you're not, it's super simple and it's something you can do anywhere, anytime, in front of anybody, because they won't even know you're doing it, to get grounded. So we're going to inhale through the nose to the count of 4. And at the top of the breath, you're going to hold the breath for the count of 4. And then exhale out your mouth or your nose to the count of 4. At the bottom of the breath, hold for 4. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 4. You get the idea. You can go ahead and work on your own. Continuing to inhale to the count of 4, holding for 4, exhaling 4, and holding for 4. So we're in the process of doing a box breath if you've just joined us. And at the end of your next exhalation, you're going to release your breath back to normal. Just become aware of the sounds around you and begin to let them go. So they're outside of you. We're going to create a bubble right now. Just imagine that bubble around you. Everything outside of that bubble is outside of that bubble. You can detach from it. It'll be there later, I promise you guys. And then everything inside the bubble is you and all that goodness you're creating right now. And as you open your eyes, if they're not already open, just want you to go ahead and give yourself a nice good stretch out. Yay! All right. And we're going to get to creating. So again, that can be whatever you need to do right now. If you're at work, it could be, doodling, coming up with some ideas for a project. It could be daydreaming. If you're at home and you're ready to go, I want you to get started on whatever creative thing that you're working on or playing on. We're going to be back here in just about 20 minutes at 12:41. Hey, Summermore, it's good to see you. And again, if you're just joining us, if you want to put your goal into the comments section, your goal for your creative bubble today, something that you can achieve within the next 20 minutes, go ahead and pop that on in there. And I'm going to see you guys in just a bit. Okay. Hey everybody, Jenny Tooley. I am back. I'm excited to hear about how it went. How did it go, you guys? For me, I did not set a goal up front, which is not a brilliant thing to do because sometimes if I don't set a goal, I'm a little wishy-washy. But this time I actually did set a goal. I didn't set a goal, and I did something. I got to work on a blog. And it was a blog for my stuff, my creative stuff, my creative services, and not a freelance blog for somebody else. So that was awesome. And I love doing those blogs because they really help me get grounded in myself. And I always learn something about myself when I write them. I generally don't ever know what I'm going to write them about, but I end up writing something that's really interesting to me and hopefully helpful for you. So you can find that on jennytooley.com. Tess was out there. She had a goal of doing a work break with music playtime. I love that. I hope that went well, Tess, and that I know last week you got a little lower blood pressure by sitting and doing that during your work day, so good for you. Anybody else want to chime in? Because if you do, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm watching. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll move on. You know, I got my little kitty guys up here. Where's my little kitty screen? Here. Beep, 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 beep. That's just a reminder of how we do things in the creative bubble, particularly in the Zoom session here. It's not so much as a parent, but in the Zoom bubbles that we do on Tuesday nights, we are actually together and we're in person. So when we check in, we actually get to talk to each other. And when we check out, we talk to each other. So we're supportive and encouraging during that time. And we don't do advice or criticism because that is a creative killer, you guys. We need people to hold us up, not drag us down. And there are plenty of places that we can go to get constructive criticism. We don't need that in a creative bubble. What we need in a creative bubble is just a space to create. So that's what we have. On Tuesday nights, we have our Zoom bubble. It's from 8 to 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can find more information about that on my website, jennytooley.com. I'm also thinking about adding another bubble, another 1.5 hour bubble this month. If you want to join a longer bubble, but the Tuesday night doesn't work for you, let me know what does work for you. Maybe we can work that into the schedule. Love to hear from you. You can DM me, you can email me, you can comment on this live broadcast, even after it's not live. What else do we need to talk about today? So, let's talk quickly about creative space. So I've been working on, for a long time I have had patrons through Patreon. And I love that format. It's fantastic. If you haven't gone to patreon.com, go there. Go there. If you're creative, it's a great place for you to set up your creative workspace and your creative business space. And if you're not a creative, go there because you're going to find some amazingly creative people there that you can support directly. And I think right now that's an incredibly important thing to do is to support creative artists directly. A lot of us are really struggling right now, as are many people in the world, many people in the world. But with everything being shut down and a lot of things not being able to open up and collaborative things not being able to happen, we don't have a place where we can go to work, both literally, physically, and financially. We don't have a place where we can go make money, a lot of us. So we're pivoting and going online and doing things online. So I want to really encourage you guys. If you see a musician who is live streaming and you love what they're doing, odds are they have a way for you to tip them and put money in their tip jar. Venmo, PayPal, whatever. Please do it. Please do it. You don't know how happy it's going to make them. Any other creative artists that are doing the same thing, go to Patreon, find somebody you love, join them. You can join me on Patreon, fans and patrons on Patreon. You can join me in Creative Space. So Creative Space is the place where I not only receive support from fans and patrons, but I also supply support for other creatives. So if you're creative and you want to head over there, I've been working on creative life support services, and we're just rolling them out one at a time. We've got creative bubbles. We did a creative retreat. We're probably going to do another one of those soon. And then I've got some other little things. I'm going to be doing an advent calendar of emails where you receive an email every day for like 25 days in December that are going to be for like creative self-support, creative self-care. Sorry, there's probably going to be some self-support in there too, but some creative self-care goodness. And along Valentine's Day, I'm going to be doing like love notes, like 2 weeks of love notes into your email box. So super fun stuff. Keep up. Join my newsletter. DM me with your email so that you can keep up with what's going on. I know with Facebook, it's always hard to tell who's getting to see what and how often you see it. So a great way to stay in touch with me is through my newsletter. So there you go. All right, you guys, I hope that you had a great bubble today. I will see you next week, and I hope that I get to see some of you in our creative bubble on Tuesday night. All right, guys, love you.